Morning students. So you all know that our chapter 6 separation of substances was going on. So let us move forward in this chapter. We have already studied the separation of solids from solids. Okay, there were various methods which we had studied about. Now in this only we are going to study the another method, that is separation of solid from liquid. Now in this type of separation, what you are going to get, you will have a solid and a liquid, and you will have to separate both of these. So the method for this we are going to study. So some of the methods of separation of solid from liquid are sedimentation and decantation. Next one is filtration. Third one is evaporation. Then we will study condensation, and after that at last we will study churning. So we are going to discuss all these methods one by one deeply. So do you know why your teacher advises you to avoid drinking groundwater? Like whenever you see a hand pump anywhere, should you drink the water from that, because it is directly coming from the ground. So should you drink that? Is it healthy for you? Will it not harm you? So there are various reasons for it that your teachers or the parents advise you to avoid drinking groundwater. So let us understand what is the reason. You know that there are various, for example, we have taken mud water, okay, we have taken mud and then we have added water in it, as you had done in the earlier activity which I had given you in science. I had told you to check the solubility of sand or mud in water. So we got to know that mud is insoluble in water. The mud particles either remain in the water like this or they settle down at the bottom. Generally they will settle down at the bottom because of the heavier mass in comparison to the water. So what will happen if you take any muddy water and leave it for some time? What will happen? The mud particles will settle at the bottom, and at the upper side you will get the clean water. Okay. So this deposited particle, the particles which have been deposited at the bottom, is called sediment, and the process is called sedimentation. Okay. So what is the process of sedimentation? The depositing of the mud particles at the bottom of the container in which we had taken the mud solution, mud water. Initially what we had taken? Initially we had the muddy water in which we had mixed the mud in water. After some time, say after 5 or 10 minutes, what will happen? The mud particles or the sand particle will deposit at the bottom of the container, and that deposited particles are called sediment. You have to clearly remember this right now, that the deposited particles are called sediment, and at the top you will get the clean water. There will be no mud in the upper part. And this process of depositing of mud particles at the bottom, that process is called sedimentation. Okay, you have to remember it right now, because while watching this video, if you remember it, you are not going to forget it very easily. Now after we have got the clean water at the top of the container, we are going to transfer that clean water in another container, as you can see in this picture. Okay, in this picture what you can see, that we are pouring the clean water which we had got at the top of the container in the other container. We are pouring the clean water in some other container, and this process of pouring of clean water in some other container, this process is called decantation. So it's really very easy. There is nothing like remembering in it. What was sedimentation? Sedimentation is the depositing of mud particles at the bottom of the container and getting the clean water at the top of the container. And after that we have to pour that clean water in some other container, and this process is called decantation. Now we are going to study where this process of sedimentation and decantation is used. So it is used every day at your home and we don't even realize what kind of process is going on. So whenever we cook food, to separate the rice grains and pulses from the insoluble solid impurities like tiny pieces of straw, dirt, insects, etc., we do what? We soak the grains like rice or pulses, we soak them in the water so that the tiny particles of straw, dust, dirt, insects, these particles come at the top of the water, and after that we can transfer or throw that dirty water which has come at the top of the container, we can throw that water so that we can get the only the pure grains without any dirt in it. So this method is being used at our home daily. Now we'll understand this with the help of a video. First of all, we'll pour the water in some rice. Okay, we are pouring the water in the rice. Now after that you can answer the question, what will sink to the bottom of the vessel? Rice, grains or impurities? What is going to sink at the bottom? So the rice grains are heavier, so they will settle down at the bottom and the impurities will come at the top of the container. So this is what is going to happen, and this process is called sedimentation. And after that we will remove the water along with the dirt particles. You can see in the video we are removing the water in which the dirt particles were there, and this process is called decantation. So two processes. Now we are going to discuss the second method of separation of liquids from solids. You know that whenever we make fruit juice at our home, is it edible? It means can you drink it as it is? Don't you have to go through any process? No, we have to go through a process which is called filtration, and in this process we use a sieve to remove the pulp or the solid particles from the liquid particles. And after doing this process, what we get? We get the liquid juice only, and it doesn't have any kind of solids or pulp in it. And this process only is called filtration. So this method is used for the separation of fine insoluble solid particles from liquid. So those solid particles are insoluble, they don't dissolve in the liquid. That is why we are able to get them in the sieve or the filter paper. Those particles are minute, they cannot be removed by hand picking, okay, which we had used for the separation of solids from solids. That method cannot be used here. Now we are going to discuss what process will be gone through to use this method. So first of all we will need a filter paper which we easily get in the market. Then we'll fold the filter paper into a semicircle. Semicircle you have already seen or studied in maths also. Then another fold has to be made in that, which will turn it into a quadrant. This shape is called quadrant. One last fold will turn it into a cone. This is what we want. We wanted the filter paper to turn into a cone. Now what is the experimental setup for this? For this we want a funnel, okay, this is the conical funnel, and in it we have put the filter paper. The filter paper which we have made out of this in the conical shape, we have put that conical shaped filter paper in the funnel. And from the top we will start pouring the dirty water, the dirty liquid, for example the muddy water. Muddy water contains the mud particles, those which are the dirt particles. So we are going to pour the dirty liquid in the funnel, and after it, due to the process of filter paper, by the work of the filter paper, what will happen? Only the pure liquid is going to come in the container beneath. Here we have put the container to take the pure water, and the impurities will remain in the filter paper. This is the property of filter paper, that it keeps the impurities, it doesn't allow the impurities to pass through it. That is why the impurities will stuck over there, and only the clean water we will get in the container. So you have studied the water which we get at the bottom of the filter. Here in this picture we have seen that this pure water is called filtrate. Okay, and now what is that dirt material is called? The dirt material which was not allowed to pass through the filter paper is called the residue. So two types of materials we have studied. First one is the filtrate. Filtrate is the pure liquid after the process of filtration, and residue is the dirt material which got stuck in the filter paper. So these two types of things are also there. So in today's class we have studied about two methods of separation of liquids from solids. The first method was sedimentation and decantation, and the second method was filtration. In the next class we will be discussing some more methods under this topic.